Hello Pisces, Pisces Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is your spring equinox reading. What concerns you the most, or your greatest concern, I forget what I'm calling it. But we're going to use a couple of decks for this reading. Using the Enchanted Map Oracle deck by Colette Barn Reed. We're going to pull one card to give a visual of how you're starting off this season, this spring season. And then we're going to do two cartomancy cards to see what your greatest concern is. If those two resonate with you as far as what you feel is your greatest concern, then most likely the tarot, 5-card tarot, there will be some insight into how things will be developing over the next 3 months for you. And then there's going to be a pull from the Wild Offering tarot. It's not tarot, it's an oracle deck that gives you a message and what you advice for what you need to release to the divine rather than holding on to for your concerns. So this is for Sun, Moon, and Rising. If your sun sign doesn't resonate with you, or it does not address your concern, then check your moon or your rising. Even if it does, maybe check your moon or your rising. There may be other concerns that your other signs do address. So let's get into this, Pisces. Deep freeze. All right, so some of you, you're still thawing from the winter, allowing time and the seasons to change before you make any major moves. But while you're in this state, you are in a place where you can plan, where you can strategize, where you can perfect your plans or really outline where it is that you're going, really meditate on what you want your season to be. So I feel like for some of you, this is kind of like you're slowly waking or slowly coming out of what was the winter humdrum, hibernation, however you call it here. Some of you may not be so much ready. You still may be, even though the sun is shining, the weather's nice, you still may be someone who's, taking your time before you're coming out of your hibernation mode, or, really enjoying the weather. But there's also, I feel for some of you, there's something that you're sitting on and waiting for the right time for something to happen. Even though the seasons change, there's still something here that you may be feeling like needs a little bit more time to incubate and before you put some movement or put something into action, or bring an idea or plan into life. So that's what it's showing, where you are currently starting off the spring season. Oh. The cards just vomited. Oh, and they did it again. Okay, so let's see what we got for your cartomancy cards, and making sure I don't have another one laying around. No. Okay, so deep freeze. If you feel like this is where you are a little bit in some area, or in regards to your concern, you're still kind of waiting for the right time for something. See what your greatest concerns may be. Some of you as well may have put a relationship on hold. Maybe felt like you've needed to take some time to really think about what it is that you want, and putting a pause on coming together while you kind of figure things out. Okay, so yeah, I do get a sense here that for some of you, your concern is that what you're building, when you put it into action, when you put it into movement, brings about the change you want to see, and you are successful in what it is that you're doing, what it is that you're launching. For some of you, this is a concern that has to do with your work, your career, investing your time into something where you could even be studying here. But also, I feel for some of you, again, you just may be in this place where what you want, you're working on yourself for what you want to attract to you. You want to attract enthusiasm. You also want to attract people who see the value in what you're doing. Um, you want to attract someone who is responsible and has what it takes to be a leader in a sense here. So for some of you, there's a concern here with that. Maybe working towards investing in your education to excel your career opportunities, or again, and it could be something again that you're really kind of thinking about, like where am I going to just shine? What position am I going to get into that I can really be successful in, that but I'm also going to be passionate about what I'm doing. So some of you, there's this passion that you want to attract to you, and it also, for some of you, it could be in a relationship. Maybe for some of you, you feel like you're kind of in this place where you have been put on ice if it's not your choice. You know, maybe for some of you, you are wanting to work through still kind of healing from that and getting to a point of confidence where you're ready to put yourself back out there in regards to attracting a partner, dating. Some of you, I feel like there's a pullback that you've been maybe doing because you do want someone to recognize and realize and notice your worth, kind of giving someone a chance to miss you. And there could be this kind of back and forth you have with a person, like when you pull away, that's when they come towards you. So for some of you, that's a little bit of that, and you may be trying to kind of redirect your focus. But I feel like for some of you, this is your concern, is that you attract the best of the best in whatever you're doing, the best position for yourself, the best partner for yourself. Okay, so that's what you could be kind of meditating on, and still kind of incubating within yourself, like working on yourself before you kind of put yourself out there, because you don't want to attract what you feel is anything premature to what you feel is like you're ready to display of yourself, whether it's your work, whether it's your skills, or your potential for attracting a loyal partner. I get a sign of loyalty mainly is your concern. You really want someone who kind of wants the same things and is kind of serious about if this is in regards to a relationship at all. But for some of you, I feel like the major concern is just like reaching that pinnacle of success and being your own leader. Some of you working up the funds you could be saving too to start something on your own as far as your own business. But again, you're not ready. Still incubating, still working on it, still building. Some of you may be feeling like you're halfway there at the beginning of spring, but there's some more that you need to acquire in the form of money. And for some of you, you may be even searching for an investor, someone who has the power to invest in you and in maybe your ideas. So that's where you could be perfecting it, getting it into kind of diamond precision in a sense, before you present your idea or present your proposal, or some of the language is escaping me as far as when you're visiting investors and but you like your portfolio, okay, like something here where you're kind of putting it together and wanting to get it just right. So no rushing here. You're being very patient and making sure that when you do something, you're going to do it right. Okay, you're not going to do it halfway, in any way. So let's get this 5 cards out from the tarot, using the tarot of the Moors. That song just came through my head. Ain't no half stepping. That just came through. So you're not ready to half step with this year or this season. You're ready to go full force, but at the same time, some good things take time, okay? So we have the 2 of Swords. We have the 9 of Discs. We have the World, Ace of Discs. And we have the Malika Wands. Okay, so feeling a lot of confirmation with a lot of what I picked up with these 2 here. So I feel just give me a moment. Yeah, definitely. Some of you are really taking your time, not making any rash movement or decisions. You feel like this is a time where you're being very patient. Slow and steady wins the race for you. But there's this new cycle that you are going to be coming into, because there's some cycle that I feel that this is a sign of success that you're going to see in the next 3 months with anything new that you're starting within yourself. And this also could be something where you have a lot of experience, you have a lot of knowledge. And again, getting something here where you have the resources you need to plant the seeds for a solid new start, especially with a business plan. You got the Malika Wands here. So, and this also could be as far as you having success in finding someone who, if you need that support, if you need someone who's a little bit higher up the ladder, whether financially or in power, I do get a sense that some of you will be attracting that attention. Whatever you're doing here, wherever you're taking your time to build in your resources, or again how you display something, you're displaying it with quality, and you're taking the time to do that. Even if it's yourself, working on yourself, I feel like for many of you it is going to be bringing you into a new arena where you are kind of elevating in what you even seek in your partner and what you will accept as a partner. But I do feel like for some of you, if you're single, this is a passion, this is a time where you will find someone who is passionate about you and is willing to have willing to I kind of get like they there's someone here that you're going to be meeting in the next few months that really wants to show you off, because um, yeah, I'm kind of getting someone like really admiring you, and for some of you, just gonna make a good couple. Some of you are just gonna be a very attractive couple. I'm kind of getting that, just like on a superficial sense. But there's a solid beginning here that you're making solid plans. This is a solid new beginning, solid new business plan as well too. I do feel like for some of you, it could be having to do with. It could be web-based or something again with the internet, but there's still some investing that needs to take place. So something here where you're starting up something new over the next 3 months, I do feel like it will bring you to this sense of confidence, and it will be something you enjoy. I get a sense for some of you, again, attracting the best of what you can attract to yourself. Being very choosy and not really choosy. I mean, this represents some indecision. For some of you, you may be making the decision to be single or remain single while you focus on your coin and your career and your status in your world. Uh, but as you're doing that, it's kind of like there is kind of someone I feel showing up in the midst of that, or someone being kind of attracted to your talents, your power, or your passion and your drive, and someone who's ready kind of to match you in that, someone who is equally ambitious. So as I'm getting an ambitious vibe with this, with whatever some of you are building or trying to do here. So some of you are coming into a new cycle, definitely with this world card. There is some success that some of you are going to see, something to completion. Um, and I do get recognition with this two of these energies. Um, I feel for some of you, you will be very surprised. You'll be surprised at how quickly something grows once you put it out there, or once you start, once you let it be known. Um, I feel like for some of you, you will need to be prepared for the attention and the visibility that something will be putting you. And this could even just be kind of a new position where you will be more visible to the public in some way. Um, but I feel it's a seed for some of you to be in this space where you're running, you're calling more of your own shots rather than answering to someone else. Even if you are answering to someone else, I do get a sense that this is kind of a good partnership. Um, Now this card, when it comes up, this woman always looks pregnant to me, and it is the Nine of Discs, and it just, I don't know if the artist purposely drew it that way. Some of you may be ready to take that next step already in a relationship, um, and I got that sign of something needing to incubate more. There could be some of you that are kind of keeping a pregnancy to yourself, or not sharing with the world just yet, or getting into that trimester where you feel it's safe to do so before you let the world know. So I do get some of you having that message to announce coming in. This again is a seed being planted. So for some of you, this could be a new cycle in a relationship where you're becoming parents. And for some of you, you could be even, in this place where you're preparing yourself. If it's something that it's already going on, you already know it. This is just a 3-month reading, so some messages can go longer, of course, but for some of you, you could be meeting that person who you feel like this is someone I would want to be the father of my children or the mother of my children. So some of you could be, and you just may be in this beginning stages of meeting, but there could be just kind of this instant knowing of someone, it just being very clear who someone's going to be in your life when you meet them. There's no doubt about that, I feel. For some of you, even if you meet them at work, or you meet them doing business, or, you're just kind of, again, I feel like your visibility will be increasing over the next 3 months, and it definitely could having to do with, it could be with a partner, because I feel that for some of you, even if you're someone who doesn't necessarily like the spotlight or like to be out in front, you may be partnering up with someone who just attracts attention and likes to attract attention, okay? And so with that, it's almost, I feel like for some of you, you may not know how to feel about that. You might feel shy about the attention that you get based on being connected to this person, connected whether it's in business, or connected whether it's in a relationship. I do get a sense that for someone, they again will, once you decide that your partners, they're going to want to shout it from the rooftops, going to, okay, this is official. There's also something official going on here. Some of you could be presented with a contract as well, and there could be some funds that is tied to this contract, definitely. So there's some, almost for some of you, some instant fame coming out again from the shadows and into the light. And it could be with definitely something creative here. It could be, speaking for artists, where you're taking your creativity and working it and bring it into the business sphere. And but this is something here where you have a lot built up already in the form of what can make or continue to make you money. But I also get it. Yeah, I also get a sense too for some of you, if you decide to be single again, if you felt like you needed to take a break for someone, because I did pick that up a little bit in that card. For those of you who may have like put someone else on ice here, if you've done that, if you were drawn to do that, I don't get a reconciliation with that individual. I get this sense of once it's decided, or once you're in this place of indecision, you're looking very attractive to someone who will you also be attracted to, and someone who doesn't put that doubt in your mind where you say, well, when you need a break from someone, you're not sure about them. And again, you're in this place where you don't want anything halfway. You don't want there to be just a physical connection. You want there to be more than that. You want there to be that, emotional, that mental, that spiritual connection. So there's a sense of somewhere where you can have it all with someone, but you again being in this place of indecision of, do I even want a relationship? You're not even maybe even going for that, or again, you're in this space where you're meditating on what it is you want to do, maybe for your career. At the same time, there's this kind of attraction that I see that some of you will be getting, and for some of you, even an attraction through your work. But either way, I feel that someone does see you as a catch, and they're going to be definitely uh, confident about their approach to you and what they want from you. And again, I feel like this is going to be um, again, someone bearing it all as far as what they want, and even seeing you for who you are, kind of having a clear understanding of some. I feel like too, for some of you, there's someone who may have known of you or been studying you or had their eye on you for quite some time, and now and this could also be you, that there's someone that you have been holding out and waiting for. um, I do feel like there's something here where you almost feel like you kind of know each other. There could be some history there, with someone that you are like connecting with, like coming together kind of finally on a physical level. Um, Now, some of you could again be just deciding that you're going to be single. You want to travel. You want new experiences. You want to build your confidence and live your life the way you see fit and do what you want to do. You're open to new experiences. I feel like for some of you, kind of cutting ties or being in this mode where you are taking a break, even if you are seeing like, well, we're taking a break. If you're taking a break not because there's doubt, you're just taking a break because circumstances of life. Maybe there's some distance between you and someone, and so while you're in this distance period, I do feel that for some of you will be kind of taking advantage of that and filling that time with nurturing yourself, working on your career and or traveling and making solid new decisions. Some of you could be getting a passport, wanting, this is a time, it's a weird time right now, but some people, it's a fear for them. For some people, they have no fear about it. So, you may be on that side where, you trust you know, in whatever you trust in that is going to keep you safe while you're traveling. But I do get a sense that there's at least some type of trip that some of you will take that will enrich your life experience. Some of you, there's this like new kind of enrichment of your life experience that some of you are going to feel like. And also restoration of confidence again. And patience, I feel, is like you're patient with you're patient with your success. You're okay with it. Some of you, it's already taken some time, but I feel like for this is a wish granted, an opportunity being offered to you. Could even be, again, it could be a chance to travel, or again to have some type of worldwide recognition. Even if you feel a little bit like you're unsure about that, I do get a sense that you will be attracting kind of someone who's confident and is ready to handle it, and may even um, be ready to kind of be a voice for where you aren't ready to kind of, where I'm getting that from. Um, Someone who's a lot more comfortable with the attention, like even if you're like the silent partner in a situation, um, what matters to you, having the success, having a solid plan, having something to commit to and see that it can be successful. Even if that's the most important thing to you, I feel like there's someone who will kind of handle what is the public or what is, you know, being shown or seen. Someone, I'm getting like, um, like someone who's marketing you but not in any, or something where you are just going to be doing the work, maybe showing the work, but there's someone here that's going to be kind of being your mouthpiece and selling it for you or something like that. I'm getting something with that, but whatever it is that you're kind of working on, I do feel like you're going to be seeing some progress over the next 3 months. And again, attracting a good prospect to yourself, I do feel like that's going to be no problem for you. um, I do feel like a long-term commitment is possible for many of you Pisces in this next 3 months. So, see what we have here for your advice card, what you need to release to the divine in regards to your concerns. travel. Yeah. That came right over the World card too. Let every aspect of this trip unfold in harmony. May divine order arrange and handle every detail. I'll be guided easily and follow the leads as they are shown. Again, so as far as someone like, that's what I was getting to say, like someone like holding your hand in the sense of getting comfortable and even helping you if you're not like someone who's again likes fame or likes public speaking. There's someone again I feel like who you're it's like almost like the yin to your yang in a business sense. I feel like for some of you you're going to be kind of getting, if you're not that person who can walk into meetings and speak for yourself or your behalf. Could even be a lawyer or somebody here, or some type of manager if it's not in a relationship sense. Someone who's really like going to be pulling you out of your shell and opening you up to new experiences. Um, I do feel like for some of you, you're going to be going on to a new journey, and that's what that travel, this is indicating here. And even if you're not going on a physical travel, this is something, again, I'll read again. Let every aspect of this trip unfold in harmony. May divine order arrange and handle every detail. I'll be guided easily and follow the leads as they are shown. This is also reiterating patience to me, because guided and following the leads as they are shown, you're not trying to control the waves of the ocean, as so to speak. You are allowing the waves to come and then riding them, so in that sense, that again, it was like, I feel like again it's like your patience paying off. Again, the pentacles here, where you have already been paying attention to detail here, meditating, letting something incubate here. It will all, I feel, lead you to again where you are wanting to go, what you're wanting to attract to you. Okay, so that is your reading, Pisces. I do hope this was helpful, and again, if this did not address your concern, check your moon or your rising. I am still offering personal readings, and if you would like one with me, that information is below. Thanks for watching. Take care.